Today we're here hanging out at the UP Foundation, and I'm learning a little bit more about this program because it's actually very unique. It's one of the only ones in the state, and that's pretty exciting because the work you do is very powerful. So Dr. Stewart, you're the founder. Can you explain to me a little bit about what the UP Foundation is and what you guys do here?
Sure. The UP Foundation is a recovery community organization for younger persons. We serve young people with mental health and substance use disorders, and from the ages of 26 on down. We provide wraparound services that include individual, group, and family counseling. We have peer recovery specialists and recovery coaches who work with young people and are available on a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week basis, so that any young person needing help any time of the day can get the help that they need.
So Clarence, who exactly is eligible for this program, and how can they call you guys, contact you to get help?
Almost anyone is available for this program. If you're 26 and under and you're having issues with mental health or substance use, you give us a call and we'll take you in immediately. Wow. We oftentimes do intakes on the spot. Wow,
that's great. So just give you guys a call and that's the best way, or are there other routes that they can also contact you?
You can give us a call, visit our Facebook page or our web page, or you can just come in. Yeah.
Perfect. And so Jacob, you walked through this program yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about how this has changed your life for the better?
Well, when I started, I was struggling with substance abuse myself. And at first, I was forced to be here. I didn't want to be here. But after a while of being here and after getting clean and going through the steps necessary to become better, it was life-changing in a certain way to put it. It's been life-changing because it's given me a family and a set of people that'll love me unconditionally through my hardships so I can stay clean. With consistency, it's been probably one of the best things that's ever happened because it's given me a foundation for my recovery.
And I think when you look at the before and after, you were telling me what your GPA was before you came here, and now you have all A's and B's, and you're proud to talk about this, and before you had to be dragged here. So just talk about the transformation that you've seen in yourself.
Well, it'll take a long time if I'm going to talk about the entire transformation. But a lot of it is involving like my effort, and that's because, I went from having a 0.0 GPA to getting A's and B's, and a lot of that is just because I feel better. I am doing better in general, and a lot of it is due to this program. That's the biggest thing for me.
So what would you say to maybe a parent who's watching or a child who's watching, if they're kind of considering maybe this is the right program for me or my child or a family member? What would you say to them to really encourage them to come make a call, come knock on the door?
I would say the biggest thing is that it's worth it, because the people here are obviously willing to help. And clearly it works. It's worked for me. So I don't see a reason why not to if somebody's struggling. It's well worth the ride to just get here.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And so, Clara, you have been here for a few months working, making an impact on people like Jacob. So just talk about what your journey has been like here.
Yeah, absolutely. I started here actually as an intern. I was completing my master's program in counseling, and I needed somewhere to come for my practicum to get some hours. I'd actually never worked in a clinical setting, and I myself have never struggled with substance abuse, and definitely haven't worked with teenagers, so I was very nervous, and so I came here to get my hours, and it was amazing. Everybody here was just really authentic and supportive, from the staff to the participants as well, and they made me feel really welcome. And so it went from kind of hesitant, a little nervous, to this is like a home away from home. So much so that even after my practicum was over, I stayed on for internship, and I've actually made the transition to working here. So
it's so much of a family atmosphere that you really don't want to leave.
Yeah, very much so. I love the fact that not only does the UP Foundation work with individuals, but they work with the families as well. And coming from a family that I have family members that have struggled with substance abuse, I've seen that they're not the only ones who suffer. So I love that the UP Foundation, caters to the family as well.
So lastly, Dr. Stewart, to wrap things up, just talk about how you've personally seen in the past 5 years that the program has existed, how you've seen this make an impact in people's lives.
I love to share this part. The greatest thing about our program is that it works. We have seen young people's lives transform from coming in caught in the grips of addiction, or actually being very depressed, extremely anxious and down, we've seen them become just brighter, more cheerful, but and for others to gain freedom from active addiction. At this point, young people who come to us consistently do get better. We are operating at about a 70% success rate, which is amazing. It's wonderful just to see one young person's life turned around.
Yeah. Well, if you guys would like more information about the UP Foundation, you can give them a call, 434-381-0258, or visit online upwithrecovery.org.